Nepal is reporting around 2,000 COVID-19 cases on a daily basis for over a week, pointing to a sharp increase in the infection graph. There are now projections, according to experts, that a deadlier third wave could strike the country sooner than later. The rising infection has raised fears of a repeat of May Mahim amid a highly mismanaged inoculation drive and reports of increasing number of COVID patients having to wait for emergency services. Good morning, I'm Sarah Chitrakar and these are the headlines of the hour. The government shows no response to the Darchula incident. Local witness blames the Indian Border Force SSB for carrying out the incident. The Madhav Kumar Nepal faction of the main opposition CPN-UML not to join the incumbent government. The establishment faction calls the Central Committee meeting and Statute Convention. The UK and US blame Iran for a tanker attack that killed 2 people, vow to respond, calling it a violation of international law. And altogether, 22 gold medals up for grabs on the 10th day of Tokyo Olympics today. China continues to lead medal tally with 24 golds. It has already been 4 days since Jai Singh Dhami of Darchula went missing in the Mahakali River after, as witness has said, a member of India's Seema Sasastra Bal SSB reportedly dismantled an improvised cable bridge. However, the government has neither initiated any diplomatic steps nor come up with a clear report regarding the inhumane incident. More in this report.
Locals of Pyas Rural Municipality in Darchula district use an improvised cable bridge to cross the Mahakali River to reach district headquarters, Khalanga. However, it has not been in use since Friday after local resident Jai Singh Dhami was swept away while crossing the river using the improvised cable bridge. According to a local witness, Dhami was swept away by the river after a member of the Indian Border Security Force SSB reportedly dismantled the cable. However, governments from Nepal and India have been maintaining the silence even after 2 days of the incident. Security officials from both the countries reached the incident site on Saturday itself. The probe committee formed by the Home Ministry and led by its secretary is still waiting for the report from the local administration, while the chief district officer in Darchula is also not in a position to give an initial report without information from security officials who had reached the site. Experts opine that the Foreign Ministry is responsible to report to the Indian government regarding the incident and make initiations for compensation. However, without any concrete conclusion from the Home Ministry, the Foreign Ministry will not be able to take any diplomatic steps. On top of that, the country's Foreign Ministry, not having a minister, has delayed diplomatic approach, which experts say is the need of the hour. The incident thus has exhibited Nepal's weak diplomatic approach and at the same time bitter practice of using foreign land to reach its own district headquarters.
The disgruntled faction of the main opposition CPN-UML led by Madhav Kumar Nepal has decided not to join the incumbent government. CPN Maoist Centre Chairman Pushpa Kamal Dahal during the standing committee meeting held yesterday afternoon informed that the Nepal faction had decided not to be a part of the government. CPN Maoist Chairman Dahal informed that senior leader Nepal during the meeting with him had said the faction would fight within the party and support the incumbent ruling alliance. It may be recalled that the cabinet expansion had been delayed as the Nepal faction was still indecisive regarding joining the government. The CPN Maoist chairman claimed that the government would get a full shape in a day or two. The party also drew the government's attention regarding the Darchula incident, urging the government to protest against the incident. The party condemned the incident and has demanded an immediate probe. The main opposition, CPN-UML, has decided to hold its statute convention at a time when the party is on the verge of a split due to the ongoing intra-party dispute. The party has also summoned the Central Committee meeting prior to the convention. The Standing Committee meeting held yesterday afternoon in Chasal, Lalitpur decided to call the Central Committee meeting by ignoring the disgruntled faction of the party led by Madhav Kumar Nepal. The meeting decided to hold the Statute Convention on 12th and 13th of September. The meeting also decided to conduct all local level meetings by 25th of September. Meanwhile, the party has come up with a schedule to unite the party and to make preparations for the General Convention simultaneously. The meeting also termed the Darchula incident as inhumane and brutal and urged the government to take necessary steps by seeking information from the Indian side and claim compensation for the victim's family. The country continues to reel under COVID-19 as 18 corona patients have succumbed to the virus in the latest update, taking the total death tally in the country to 9,875. Meanwhile, 1,981 have tested positive as 8,402 samples were tested through the PCR method yesterday. Kathmandu Valley alone reported 851 cases, which includes 594 from Kathmandu district, 166 from Lalitpur and 91 from Bhaktapur. Likewise, 2,020 individuals registered full recovery, taking the recovery tally to 656,197. Meanwhile, the recovery rate now hovers around 94.1%. Out of the total active cases, 28,663 are in home isolation, 677 in intensive care units and 169 are being treated with ventilator support. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the local residents in Baglung what should be done to inoculate all citizens at the earliest. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
पहिला नाम लिएर सम्पन्न गरेर अनि मलाई निश्चित एरियामा निश्चित व्यक्तिहरूलाई राखेर जस्तो वार्ड अनुसार छुट्टाएर त्यसलाई दिएको भए यो अलि राम्रो हुन्थ्यो।
कर्मचारीको संख्या बढाउने र अनि आफ्नो नातेदारहरूलाई इन्ट्री गर्न नदिने, मात्र शिक्षकको नाम राम्रो आइडेन्टिटी कार्ड देखेर मात्र इन्ट्री गराउने खालको परिमार्जन गर्नुपर्छ।
जुन वर्गलाई लक्षित गरिएको त्यो वर्गलाई मात्रै सीमित राखेर चाहिँ खोप लगाइयो भने त्यो प्रभावकारी होला जस्तो लाग्छ।
Time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. Here's the question: what's your take on the assurance made to invest in the industrial sector amid COVID-19 pandemic? The options are A, message of improved situation, B, desire to earn, and C, never fulfilling assurance. The voting is on. Type any WS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for our special segment, Off the Beat. The then Army commander of Gorkha Regiment, Sardar Kalu Pade, a historic personality, had played an instrumental role during the unification campaign launched by Prithvi Narayan Shah, the first Shah King of unified Nepal. Sardar Kalu Pade was killed during the first attack launched by Gorkha Army in the capital's Kantipur. However, Gorkha, where Sardar Pade was born, lacks enough evidence to connect his birthplace to the historic personality. The house of Sardar Pade in his birthplace, Khoplang in Gorkha, has been wiped out and just his statue remains at his ancestral land. Sardar Kalu Pade, formerly Vamsidhar Pade, was born in 1713 and was the commander of the Gorkhali forces during the expansion campaign of Nepal. Pade, the right hand of Prithvi Narayan Shah, had exhibited tremendous courage during the numerous battlefields, but he died in the First Battle of Kantipur in 1757, while his mortal remains lie buried on the Chandragiri hills in the western outskirts of Kathmandu. Sadly, the piece of land that is identified as the home of Sardar Kalu Pade remains in sheer neglect. The concerned authorities have been indifferent to renovate the place other than saying that a master plan is in the pipeline to renovate the area. The Department of Archaeology has a landowner certificate in the name of Sardar Pade spanning just over 5 ropanis of land. The Gorkha Museum has also said that a design has been completed to renovate the place as the home of Sardar Pade. The Palangtar municipality in Gorkha has also pointed out financial constraints to complete the project. This is just a representative case regarding how the government's indifference can render a place of immense historical significance into a grazing ground. This is Sarah Chitrakar for our special segment of The Beat and Kantipur News Desk. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good day.